Hey water signs, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This will be a water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces weekly reading. I do consider these readings timeless, so whenever you're guided here, just trust that it is the right time for you. First card that we have out for my water signs is the Vulture. This is about detoxing, purifying, cleaning it up, clearing up your space, clearing up your energy, clearing your body, your relationships, whatever it is that needs to be detoxed is being asked to be cleared at this time. So you may feel something weighing on you. You may feel inspired energy where you just kind of want to get up and clean all of a sudden. You may feel the urge to do some kind of diet or detox, cleanse. We've got the Rabbit in reverse. Let me get one more out here. The Rabbit in reverse is breaking through fears. It can be an energy that over-explains, talks too much, but I feel like this is breaking through fears, finding solutions. So Rabbit's always kind of looking for. Oh, and that's another thing they're bringing up. When you look for a problem. When you look for a problem, you're always going to find it. When you look for a solution, you're always going to find it. The Tarantula wants you to follow your intuition, your life's purpose. Some of you guys might not even know what your purpose is, just kind of on a schedule, a routine. But this energy is asking you to level up. There could be something that has been blocking you from actually finding or seeing your purpose. Tell me about this Vulture. Yeah, exactly what I just said. The Firefly's inspiration, it's an epiphany. In reverse, there's something blocking you from seeing. There's something blocking this insight from coming in. And it's whatever it is that you're needing to cleanse, to detox. For some, this could be a habit, an addiction, drinking too much, using substance. There's something here blocking your vision. This could also be increasing your burnout, making you feel dull. Tell me about this Rabbit in reverse, my water signs. Yeah. You can't make this up. The Stingray in reverse might blame others, might quit easy. The Stingray in reverse is out of alignment. There could be some thought forms that just don't really make a lot of sense, that aren't solving problems, that are just avoidant or pointing the finger at others instead of looking at your own shit. The Rabbit upright wants to find solution, but in reverse, they're not looking at solutions. Instead, they're drowning themselves, or they're finding, and this is unhealthy coping mechanisms. Tell me about this Tarantula. It's time to come out of hiding here. It's time to clear the destructive patterns. The Earthworm comes from darkness into light. there's an intelligence here that wants to be seen, that wants to be recognized. But there's some reluctance to either see your inner vision or share it because of whatever this is that needs to be cleared. You'll find that if you can clear out whatever this is that's been holding you back, whatever this is that you've been kind of like using as coping mechanism, unhealthy, it could be stopping you from getting things done. It maybe not, but I'll tell you this, you're going to be a lot more productive if you clear this out. And you can even just take steps, you know, a little at a time, your own pace, but making steps to move in this direction will bring clarity. It will bring alignment. You will feel a lot better. You'll be able to solve problems. And your intuition will strengthen because this is you following your intuition. The cobra on the bottom, the cobra is the wise inner teacher. It's the student of life. But if you are, again, if you have too much clutter, if you have, you know, things that are numbing you, or, you know, how are you going to catch on to the lessons from your inner teacher? How are you going to notice them? If you're not clear. Also, how are you going to face your problems? You're not. You're going to run away from them. You're going to avoid them. And then probably end up even more miserable, honestly. So the crow just wanted to come out here. The crow is your unawakened magic. The camel is your inner resources. Okay, you have probably a lot more than you realize within you that wants to be seen. It wants to be heard. There's a transformation that wants to take place here. You'll find that you'll get a lot more done. You'll be a lot more productive. You'll tap into balance. You'll tap into life purpose. There could be a lot of anger, aggression that you've stuffed down or are afraid to look at. The fire ant requires solo time. There's aggression. It also requires discipline. Yeah, look, the hyena. The hyena is coping mechanisms. It's fake laughter. It's pretending. It might be a charming, witty, fun energy, but it's masking. It's sarcastic. There's a need for sobriety with the hyena as well. So this definitely could be, you know, a substance for some. For others, it's just a need to get real. Or a need to clear your space, and maybe that's another thing you might want to do as well. Go through a room and clear it out and rearrange, or I always like to set the intention of clearing the negative, making space for the positive. Anytime I like redo a room or do any kind of like deep cleaning. If you'd like the extended version, I'm on YouTube. All right, coming straight back. Sorry, I didn't realize it was almost at 10 minutes until I was like at 10 minutes. So, all right. We're going to go with the vice versa tarot. Tell me what my water signs need to know, please. What do my water signs need to know? It's time to face some conflict. There's this battle. It feels like an inner battle. Queen of Pentacles in reverse could be blocking you from receiving something that you want. There's a lot of fear or isolation I'm getting, anxiety that's wrapped up in this. Getting a lot of mental energy. Someone is not paying attention to their intuition. Someone is not looking. Look at how both of these, and she is the energy of stability, nurturing parent. It's she's a provider, but and then the high priestess, she holds the wisdom of balance, the balance of the dark and the light. She holds all the sacred information. And notice how they're both facing away. The high priestess there can also be secrets locked away. And it came out with the Two of Cups in reverse, which can speak to like relationship problems. However, I feel like, because this can also be the feminine and masculine that we hold within. We all have both, right? The masculine being that part of us that takes action, that moves forward. The feminine being the open, receptive, awareness part of us. And I feel like that feminine part might be turned off, or you're not listening to her. That feminine aspect of yourself, the part of you that requires for you to listen and observe. It's the gentler, more subtle voice of spirit. But if you're too busy in conflict, in worry, in fear, in isolation, in anger, in just being all fucked up all the time, then how are you hearing her? You're not. So you're missing out on a big piece of yourself. And this is probably also causing some problems with relationships as well. There is hope here. Yeah, I feel like there's just a need to go really deep here. There can be something locked away, something you might not even realize on a conscious level, something that you've locked away, or refusing to look at. Yeah, there's a need to put an end to some kind of toxic pattern or some kind of something, whatever this is, Whatever this vulture is asking you to clear out, it's time to put it in the past. You have help here. Okay? You have guides, an entourage of beautiful energetic helpers that have your back and are willing to help you. But closed mouths don't get fed, so you have to ask for that assistance if you'd like it. But this is about your long term, your future. You know, if you keep doing what you're doing, look, he's even got the shovel. Like, how long are you going to last? How long are you... Yeah, what's in your future at the pace that you're going right now? Is there anything that you need to bury or step away from so that you can, even if it's just for like a period, so that you can get clear, you know, taking a break from said destructive patterns? You might find that you actually like it better without, once you start healing some of these wounds, because it's really just a crutch, right? And once you start learning how to walk on your own, once you realize that you have everything that you need within you, which can only come through listening to that divine feminine aspect of self, hearing her message, hearing her wisdom, you might just find that you like it more without. You might just find that things get a lot more clear, that aspects of yourself that you didn't even know were there start to come online. Your genius starts to unfold. Your life purpose begins to be shown. But it does take walking away from something. You notice he's walking away from the cups. And this is a pattern. This is something that you've probably done for a long time. He's got all these cups that he's put there, you know, over time. But you notice the sun and the moon. It's time to come into balance here. And that's going to take for you to, look, balance. It's going to take for you to clear out some of these old unhealthy patterns, okay? Because it's really self-imposed restrictions, doing this to yourself. You are the one that tied the rope and put the blindfold on and, you know, stuck yourself there. So if you put yourself there, how do you get yourself out of it? How do you take the blindfold off? And what do you see when you do? Are you afraid of what you're going to see? Any last messages? Yeah, whatever this is, it's taken your power. We got the Lovers in reverse, the Magician in reverse. It's time to take your power back. Wherever you have given it away from, whether it's in a substance, whether it might be in a relationship for some of you, if you're in a real toxic relationship, whatever it is that needs to be cleared out. For some of you, this could be some simple as like some kind of like cleanse, parasite cleanse, or detox. Okay, it might not be a, you know, I am getting some kind of habit for some, but it might not be. It might just be, you know, something that you need to clear from your body that is restricting you in some way. You might not even be noticing it, okay? But for others, I do see this as something that you've been doing to yourself. And it's time to step into your higher self. It's time to evolve. The Lovers also speaks to the choices you make, the decisions you make. Make sure that you're thinking about long term, you know. Is this route that you're on right now, is this trajectory ideal for long term? Or is there some way that you can better yourself? Is there some way that you can level up here? Got the Emperor here. The Emperor rules his own domain. You know, are you ruling yours? Or are things kind of falling apart due to attachments, or really feels like putting the divine feminine on the back burner, or not giving her what she needs, which is surrender. It's you know, when we do have too much masculine and not that balance, without that feminine balance, not listening to ourselves, to our bodies, to our spirit, then we become out of balance. So do what you can this week to take your power back, even if it's in small ways. One step at a time. What action step can I take today? Let's get I'm going to get a Sacred Rebels card to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all the things. I appreciate you guys. This is a deck from Elena Fairchild. Get some advice, please. Thank you. We got In the World, Not of the World. Number 34, which breaks down to a 7. 7's a very analytical number. Could be like really in your head right now, needing to calm some of that mental energy down. Right? It's in that calm, quiet space that you get clear, that you get understanding, that you can hear that feminine aspect of self. It says, it is safe for you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in public. It does mean stripping back your beliefs, strongholds, and mental or emotional security blankets so that you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you, just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys or coins or clocks. Conditioned beliefs about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding, and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it be like to feel as though you're on holiday every day? Perhaps there would be a softening in your way with life, an implicit trust in its flow, and a faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed so that all may be accomplished. It is an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we're able to feel held within it sufficiently enough to surrender our defenses, layer by layer, and to nakedly accept what is. This oracle comes as a message to you. Sometimes we need our defenses. At other times, it's clear we've outgrown them. There is something that you have outgrown. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time, control, and money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with the fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You're ready to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind being organized, perfect, in control, or financially secure and stable. Dang it, my alarm went off. Okay, coming back. Nor do you need any other acceptable social face. It is time for you to loosen the strings of your own controlling nature. They are too tight and too restrictive for you anyway. You're born to live in a much freer way. When you live as you innately are, rather than how you've been conditioned to be, you'll experience greater joy, freedom, and support. When you're not resisting yourself or resisting life, there's less resisting in what you need as it comes to you. If you, Likewise, you're being stripped of internal beliefs that are failing you. You're shedding because no matter what the appearance of things, those old forms were too constricting for you. It's almost like your spirit was trying to walk around in shoes 2 sizes too small, and they were starting to pinch. The seams ripping, and eventually they would fall apart completely. Likewise, you're being stripped of internal beliefs that are failing you, perhaps externally as well. Whether this seems to be your choice or not, make no mistake, it is your own spirit in cahoots with the loving spirit of life that has brought this situation about. So you're being guided to trust. You're being guided to rely on life, but also not only to be guided to rely on life, but also on your own inner knowing, because at some level you get it. You understand and know that this is all freeing you. After letting go, there comes a temporary emptiness that provides a greater space for fulfillment to come forth. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, commenting. Leave me a comment below. Make sure you are subscribed. Tap that notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. Love you guys.